Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca and this is my channel where we talk about all the houseplant things. And we're currently in the middle of a series that I have recently created because I moved, and this is my new plant room. If you haven't seen the previous videos, we cleaned the room. Well, first of all, we packed up the old plant room and then we moved here, and I showed you all my future planty plans of this house, particularly in this room. And then we cleaned this room, and then we painted this room. So this entire room has been touched with paint from top to bottom, ceiling to floor. The walls yellow, I love them. I've been living with it for a couple days now, and it's just, it's so good. It's exactly what I wanted. And now I brought in the rug. I really wish that I washed it before I packed it, but we don't have our washer and dryer for like, I think another couple weeks. I just want to get things moving. So I will wash it eventually because it got kind of dirty with all of the foot traffic going in and out of the house. Now this video, I am starting the process of like decorating and placing the plants where they need to go. This wall is mostly taken up by these windows, as you can see. But for some reason, I don't know why, the previous owner had nails in the trim here, and I put these vases here. I've always really loved these tube vases, like these test tube vases. These ones are from CB2 and they don't sell them anymore, which is such a bummer because they're so big and beautiful, and like if I could have like 3,000 of these, I would. I thought that it would be so cool to just make this entire wall a propagation wall. And my inspiration for this is Hilton Carter's propagation wall that he had. I think it was in a hallway though, against some pretty big windows. But I will let you in on a little plant secret that I've discovered myself. When plants are propagated in water, they just need significantly less from you. Now, plants can live in water forever. As long as you're giving them nutrients, they will continue to grow and be really happy. I've always just put water in these and they do grow, but not very much. So if I was to put nutrients in the water, they would probably grow really well, and like I'd have to do some root trimming and all of that kind of stuff, which if I am going to do this entire installation, I would get some like nutrient water situation figured out so that they could grow and it would fill up the wall. But like, I'm not kidding. I want to put one here so that this gap is filled. I want to put one directly under that, directly under that. Like, I want this window to be covered in wall vases, as well as the walls on the sides. So this wall right here, there's like a trim piece up at the top. I don't know how well you can really see it, but it's kind of like a picture rail. And I can imagine like hanging stuff off of that. Like a big, like there's wall propagation things that are like tiered. And I imagine just making like a huge one and just putting it there. So I have a lot of ideas in that regard, and it will probably be something that I DIY to some extent, so stay tuned. We're definitely going to be building that. As it is currently, I don't have a storage solution for my plant stuff. Currently, all of my plant stuff is in the shed, which I showed you guys I might convert into a greenhouse. There was a bunch of really fun ideas in the comments from you guys about like how I could do that, and like if I did it, like what if I made it just like a potting shed and just added a bunch of windows, which honestly, I think that might be the move because that seems a lot easier than like taking off the siding and doing like a whole conversion thing. Although I'm game for that. But I also want to think about like property value and stuff like that because we don't have plans to keep this house when we move. But anyway, all this to say, I need to set up this rug and figure out what orientation I want it to be in. I'm just gonna cook real quick and you guys can enjoy watching my brain in action. We've got another day of installing plants, and this time we are in my spare room, which I'm actually setting up right now because my mom is coming to visit and I'm super excited. I'm going to be setting up her mattress that we got from Helix. So thank you so much to Helix for sponsoring this video. So this mattress is from Helix, which offers premium mattresses customized to fit your needs, conveniently shipped to your door. Their Labor Day sale, which is 25% off your purchase, is only running for a couple more days. So honestly, what a great time to upgrade your mattress. It arrived in the box as you saw, and I had to just unwrap it and it inflated. It was so cool to watch. Obviously you're buying a mattress online and you want to make sure that you're getting the right one for you. So Helix has a sleep quiz that you fill out and answer some questions, basically like your sleep habits, if you're sleeping with another person, back sleeper, side sleeper, all of these types of things. If it's too firm, I wake up with my hips hurting. If it's too soft, I wake up with my hips hurting. So I typically go for like a medium firmness, and this one, what I got matched with, is a medium firmness. This is the Midnight Luxe. I also added on the Glaciotex cooling cover because I'm a firm believer that trying to go to bed when you are like really hot is absolutely the worst. Like, how can you even sleep well? So it's like a nice cool layer on top. Here's a few things to know about Helix to help you in your decision-making process next time you buy a mattress. Helix offers a 100-day sleep trial to test out the mattress and make sure that you like it. I feel like that's super, super important. They also offer a 10-year warranty, financing options, and flexible payment plans. And something that I find probably the most important to me is Helix has its own manufacturing facility that is completely free of fiberglass materials. Like, nothing is made with fiberglass in this facility. So if you are interested in furnishing a guest room or upgrading your own mattress, you can check out Helix. Honestly, 10 out of 10. This is a really, really nice mattress, super soft, and I cannot wait to hear what my mom says about it. You can visit helixsleep.com/delaplants to get 25% off your Helix mattress during their Labor Day sale. The Labor Day sale was extended, so hurry on over if you want to take advantage of it. I set up all of my plants over there, and my daughter really, it makes me so nervous when she does it, but she loves picking up my Hoya pots and moving them from one place to the other. I really feel like I need to set up like a little plastic pot situation that won't get like super messy so that she can feel like she's playing with my plants, but she's not actually. And I don't like worry about her touching my plants. Like, I'm okay with her being around my plants because number one, she's not trying to eat them. And number two, she's usually very gentle. Unless you did see that Instagram reel that I posted of her like shaking my rubber tree. Anyway, super funny. Generally she is really gentle, and I'm always like watching her like laser focus when she's around my plants. But I think that I need to like do like a mini plant setup so that she can like move the plants from one shelf to the other, but they're like not real plants and the pots will not break if she drops them. Anyway, so with that being said, I do have a west window in my kitchen that I think would be perfect for little Hoya. So I think all of these ones in here so far were over there. So I'm gonna grab different ones. I like the idea of, gosh, one of the hardest parts of having a plant channel is remembering all of these names. What is the name of this? Whatever. This Hoya I think will go over there. This is the west windowsill. These were watered a couple days ago, and there's already some water damage here. But anyway, these were watered a couple days ago and they don't have any water leaking out anymore, but I will definitely have them all on saucers. How about the Dakier? I think the Dakier would look good. This looks so pretty. Oh my goodness, she has really exploded. I think I'll do another one that kind of hangs down. Maybe Miss Polynera will like it over there. Okay, I think that looks really nice. Let's go over to my bedroom now. So one plant that I know for sure I want to put in there is my Standeliana. I think it's going to be perfect for my bathroom windowsill. So let's start with that and see where we go from there. Okay, this box has a freaking lampshade in it. It's taking up the whole ledge. This is gonna be so perfect. This is an east window and it's like noon right now and it's still getting so much light. So I think this plant is going to absolutely pop off. I'm gonna put it over here. There's a lot of soil and soil bits just in the saucer part of this pot that I need to clean up. But I think this plant is going to absolutely thrive in this spot. It also has a new leaf coming out. So exciting. I think that I want to do like maybe 3 large plants right here, and then focus more on the hanging plants for this because we don't plan on using this for like actual shower towels. I actually have a plan to get eventually a heated towel rack. Right now the towels are literally just right here. Which whatever, it's real life. But have you guys, like in Europe, a lot of people have them in Europe. It's like a bunch of silver bars, and they heat your towels and also dry your towels faster. So I really want to get one of those. There's a spot that's perfect for it in here. But that's besides the point. I just wanted to clarify that even if I use this for plants, we will have other places to put our towels. Now I'm thinking that I like the idea of putting this in there because this is tall. And look at the sunburn she got. Oh no. It's okay. There's a new leaf that actually came in recently, I think. Where did it go? Maybe not. Maybe it's this. And I'm tripping. Oh no, it's over here. Okay, it looks a little weird. But yeah, okay, let's do this one. Okay, yes. Love the vibe. I'm gonna look for a plant that's about the same height as this one for this spot right here. Maybe this Hoya will do well. Okay, what do we think? It's a little minimal. But that's good to start because I don't know how many plants I'm going to be putting in other parts of my house, how full I want the plant room to be. So I think that this is a good starting point, and all of these plants are going to absolutely love the light. So that's good. Now for hanging plants in that bathroom area, I think what I want to do is find some like macrame pouches to put smaller plants in and then hang them up with S-hooks. So I'm thinking like the smaller plants that were hanging on my plant wall, like this one would be really cool in there. Also a little bit of this action. I think that would be really fun. And also I'm going to pot together. If you remember, I was propagating pieces of my larger compacta. They've both rooted at this point and these like desperately need water, but I'm going to pot these all together with this like extra long piece because it just looks kind of funny, just one singular branch. So I'm gonna pot those together and those will probably go in the bathroom. Maybe my string of hearts. I'm just gonna focus on like the smaller-ish plants that I was hanging on the wall before. Good morning, everybody. It's another day of distributing my plants around the house. I have edited this video up to this point, and I just want to say I apologize if it feels a bit disjointed. Life has felt a bit disjointed. I've gotten a few comments that were like, oh my gosh, like how are you doing it all? Daniel was off work for a couple weeks when we got here, so I was able to pass Nora to him and just kind of do things, but since he's gone back to work, it's obviously a lot harder, so I've been just trying to work on stuff during nap time, and honestly, distributing my plants around the house has not been a huge priority. I have, however, watered them a couple of times since I unpacked them, and they honestly all look really good. I'm gonna quickly show you. My next video is going to be a repotting video because a lot of these plants need some severe TLC. So we'll have a dedicated video to all of that, but we do have a couple of new leaves. And as you can see behind me, my Biltmore ball gown tree is blooming like crazy. It did not bloom like this in the greenhouse. I feel like it might've been too hot for it in the greenhouse. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if I was keeping it with watering enough for how hot it was in there. It gets very, very humid in this room, and I actually just really need to get my hygrometer out and set up because I'm willing to bet it's like 70+% humidity in here. Sorry about that sound that keeps happening. It's my dogs coming in and out of the doggy door. Okay, so over here in this small anthurium corner, you can see there's quite a bit of sunburn that occurred. And this was like right after I took them out of the boxes. I did not think about it. They were in the sun. Everything was crazy. So that sucks, but they do have new leaves coming in. So what I'll probably end up doing with a lot of my anthurium is just cutting all the leaves off and starting them over. I've been thinking about doing that basically since I got here because, yeah, again, the leaves just sustained some damage, mostly sunburn when we got here, which is frustrating because that was like 100% preventable, but it is what it is, you know? Sometimes you just gotta live with your decisions and it's gonna be okay. They do tend to grow pretty quickly, so I'm not too worried about it. And also, like, I don't know, fresh growth for the new house, you know? My Photonia is very, very thirsty, but she is loving this spot. She's kind of covered in other plants right now, but just wanted to shout out her. She survived the move, like for real this time, and I'm super excited about that. This is another anthurium that is just needing some leaves cut off. There's a couple kind of layered here together, but you can see that that leaf looks pretty bad. This leaf looks pretty bad. They will be getting cut off. My clarinervium is putting out another bloom, and she's always doing the most when it comes to blooming, so that's really exciting, but she really doesn't need to be doing that. I might cut it off so that she can focus on foliage. Really pretty new leaf on my albosingonium. I love the variegation on this one. This plant looked a little bit worse for wear after the move, but it's put out a couple leaves. This one is pretty big, and it's just looking like it's making a great recovery. As I said, the Biltmore ball gown has so many blooms on it. Like, you can see the orange are blooms, but there's so many more bloom buds. Like, this thing's gonna be absolutely covered. They are seriously everywhere in places that I never saw them before. This is just like the most gorgeous bloom in the world. I love it. My Albo Monstera has a really beautiful new leaf. And you know what? Shockingly enough, my Syndapsis pictus is looking really good down here. It's kind of covered by other things, but yeah, there's a lot of new growth on it. And I think also, yeah, on this, there is new growth on my Syndapsis Moonlight. This pole keeps falling over. This plant looks terrible. It used to look so good. I think that it'll make a recovery, but it looks terrible right now, to be honest. Definitely stay tuned for next week's video where I'm going to be pruning and repotting and just fixing up a lot of my plants. They got some damage in the move. And then we're gonna keep working on distributing plants around the house and just finding them homes here. It's been actually kind of nice to do this over the course of a couple weeks, even though I would have loved to have it done immediately, because it's given me a chance to see how often we go to certain places in the home, and also just like what the lighting is like in certain places. There are a couple places in my home that really surprised me and get a lot more light than I thought, so I might be making and like finding extra furniture pieces to set plants on, because as we know, I have a very young child and I can't really just set plants on the floor or else she will take out all of the soil, which is something that she does. This is definitely something that you should take your time with, even if you did have all the time in the world to do it like immediately, because of those things that I just mentioned. And also, it's just nice to live slowly with your plants. It's something I'm having to remind myself of constantly. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to Helix for sponsoring this video. You guys go check out the 25% off Labor Day sale. Really great deal. My mom is coming in tonight, so I will definitely update on what she says about the mattress. I'm actually just so excited to hear what she says. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.